I saw a It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia the other night. The episode was about respecting pronouns. Wow, you guys have come a long way to sucking corporate. Anyway, every time I get an email from YouTube, I keep expecting it to be, your account has been permanently suspended for hate speech. So every time I come back here, I'm always kind of surprised when I still got an account. It's only a matter of time before YouTube starts nuking the fandom menace and comicsgate channels. So if you're like one of those big channels, Yellowfish, Yellow Flash, EVS, Tug, DNC, all those channels, you might want to consider doing a D-Live stream, like a super stream once a week. It's a different audience, and it's more people over there than you think. It will help to grow both platforms. It doesn't help to spread yourself out a little bit. One joke about LGBT soy boy bundles of sticks on YouTube, and your channel is gone. Anyway, so some guy, Klein, on Twitter calls for Trump supporters to be cleansed. And Bob Chapek thanks China and condemns the Capitol protests, but is silent on the past 9 months of Antifa LM burning down cities. Then he says that we're united as a nation under our shared values. The only shared values America has is the Constitution. Is that what Bob is referring to? Our love of liberty, free speech, guns, watering the tree with the blood of tyrants and patriots? Somehow I doubt it. What are the odds Bob has... I'll leave that out. Anyway, so we got 4 years of Biden / Kamala. Kamala is just as weird in person as she is on TV. Even weirder. And I went to an event with her once, and I hope somebody has a videotape of her giving this speech, because it was so freaking weird. I'm going to have to talk to my old friends. Anyway, Biden isn't president. Big tech is. The censorship is only going to get worse. Biden is not the most powerful man. The president never was. The people who control the money flow are the most powerful people. Kings don't have power. The money lenders who fund the kings do. But behind the bankers, big tech is pretty powerful, as they proved last night by banning Trump. Why hasn't Congress enforced 230? Why haven't they fought for our free speech? How much is big tech paying them? Why don't we have term limits? Why do they get taxpayer-funded health care and housing? Oh, and by the way, F the GOP, Ted Cruz, ACAB, ACAF, and FTP. We need a new nationalist party that grabs the pitchfork and says, fuck it. Who knows, maybe we'll dress in black and march with Antifa and BLM. They aren't the enemy, the government is. Oh, and to the Antifa people who shout ACAB at the cops, that is an insult from 100 years ago. They don't care that you call them bastards. I will take Antifa seriously when they're willing to, not have a Pyrrhic victory, when they're willing to hurt themselves a little bit to hurt others. And they go, oh, what do you mean? We burn down buildings, we're violent. No, I'm not talking about that. I'll take Antifa seriously when they're politically incorrect. And by that I mean they call ACAB, all cops are bastards. So the guys on the right who have finally realized, yes, ACAB is correct because they're agents of the state. ACAB is right, but calling them a bastard doesn't insult them. So the guys on the right have come up with ACAF, which is all cops are the F word for bundles of sticks, which is much more insulting to a guy in his 20s than calling him a bastard. That word doesn't mean anything to him. Calling him a bundle of sticks is going to get his goat. So I will take Antifa seriously when they say fuck it. All cops are, you get where I'm going with that. Anyway, so this idiot at Disney, he hates you. He replaced another idiot last year, Iger, who also hates you. It's fair to say everyone at Disney hates you. Probably even Mickey Mouse. They killed Disney and snuggled its corpse. Yeah, sorry for the visual. It's hard to admit that a galaxy of stories is dead. Marvel, DC, Disney, they died years ago. They are zombies shambling around, an insult to everything light and pure. All the characters have been race swapped and turned gay. The stories are not for you. And I can't imagine, like, marching with Antifa, dressing all in black like they do, covering our faces, and when they're calling cops bastards and we're calling them something a little bit more seriously, they're probably going to look at us and go like, God, that's homophobic, but it's a really effective insult. Yes, I know. Sometimes you have to catch a little fire to pour more fire on the enemy. Anyway, so these movies now, they're for cat ladies. Did you see Wonder Woman 1984? If you didn't, you didn't miss anything at all. Some CGI and special effects were kind of neat. That was a story written by a idiot, a little censorship there, made for people who aren't allowed silverware, so they don't hurt themselves. It's wonderful when millionaire actors who live in gated communities with armed guards lecture us on the need for cultural enrichment. Hey, Lily Allen, why don't you open your mansion to the migrants from Pakistan? Hey, Chris Evans, why don't you move to Mexico, where you'll have to dodge kidnappers? The exodus to Gab, Parler, Bitchute, and DLive has been insane. I get more subs and views on Bitchute than YouTube, which doesn't make sense since it's probably 1,000th the size. Riots are the language of the unheard. Unless they're on the right, and screw them, they must be censored. The left wing used to be FTP, but now they are helping the FBI track down the people who went to the people's house. Don't you have any principles at all? It's not file transfer protocol. One thing I will say about BLM is that most of them don't believe in snitching. Antifa does, which makes Antifa the lowest of the low. Smarmy soy boys who will even stab their friends in the back if they can virtue signal. You know what's funny is if our side ever teamed up with Antifa, we would take it over because we got better ideas. And, you know, if Comicsgate ever really blew up, the SGWs would worm their way in. Anywhere they see people having fun, they can't rest until they find a way to control it. I was going to say something stronger, but this is YouTube. You guys shouldn't have fun like that. It's histophobic. Here, let me take the fun stuff out of your activity, race swap everybody and make them trans. Oh, and you're no longer welcome in the very thing that you created. Fine, we'll go off to another corner of the internet and repeat the cycle. SGWs are parasites, except they suck joy and inject rot and filth. And we need to gas them all and trebuchet their corpses to Jupiter in Minecraft. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Check out Bitchute. You can get apps like Parler, Gab, BitSlide. If they don't have the apps on the app stores for Apple and Google, it doesn't matter. All you have to do is search DuckDuckGo or Quant, old version plus whatever software you're looking for, BitSlide, Parler, Gab, DLive. You can find all that stuff online, and sometimes the old versions might work better. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, guys. Oh, this is Rick Klein, who I won't say it. Fuck me, I won't say it. See you guys next episode.